A very good morning, students. So, in moral science, today's topic is adjustment. ठीक है? In psychology, adjustment refers to the behavioral process of balancing conflicting needs or needs challenged by obstacles in the environment. Alright, so what does it mean? Adjustment, if you think about the adjustment, हमें क्या करना होता है? Sometimes we do not have much resource or we do not have many things, so we have to adjust ourselves with the things or with the needs. ठीक है? So humans and animals regularly adjust to their environment, right? This is the right thing. So whenever, suppose if I take an example like I am hungry, ठीक है, and I do not have much food, or you can say we are three friends and we all are hungry, but we have only four chapatis, you can take an example. So one boy cannot eat all the chapatis, so in that time we need to adjust our hunger. ठीक है? So it's not only about the hunger, the adjustment can be in any field. ठीक है? So adjustment with environment, adjustment with our neighbors, adjustment with our politicians, adjustment with anything, any like adjustment in school staff. ठीक है? So all the things which we need to adjust according to the situation, that is called adjustment. Alright, so physiologically state of sick food they eat if possible to reduce their hunger and thus adjust to the hunger stimulus. Alright, so the same example which I have already told you, whenever we have less amount of food, we have to adjust our hunger. ठीक है? In that situation. So if I talk about the adjustment, disorder occurs when there is an inability to make a normal adjustment to some need or stress in the environment. ठीक है? So always whenever we are lack of something, then we have to adjust ourselves, right? So successful adjustment is crucial to having a high quality of life. Suppose if we want to achieve something in our life, then at all the level of the life or at all the level to come our goal, we need to adjust ourselves at all the levels of the goal. So those who are unable to adjust are more likely to have clinical anxiety or depression. ठीक है? So in like if I talk about our life, there are so many people or so many boys, girls, they have the quality that they cannot adjust with others. If somebody who is not able to adjust herself or himself with the present situation, they always face many problems or many difficulties in their lives, right? So the main topic, or you can say the main objective of the adjustment, is to achieve our goal. All right, so let's begin. Let's start with the other line. Those, okay, we have done this. Then when evaluating adjustment, it can be considered in two ways. Okay? So adjustment can be considered in two ways. It can be of two types. Adjustment as an achievement. First thing, adjustment as an achievement. Alright. So adjustment, when we are making an adjustment to achieve our goals or to achieve something or to achieve our result or good result. So this is the adjustment when we say adjustment as an achievement. The second one is adjustment as a process. Sometimes what happens, like let me take example of myself. I am in the school and we have a management and we need to follow a process in the school. ठीक है? So everything is already managed by the management and we all teachers need to follow that process. ठीक है? So that is called adjustment as a process. ठीक है? Now first, if I talk about the adjustment as an achievement, this model addresses adjustment at a specific moment in the time, considering an individual's adjustment to one challenge, not to all challenges they have faced. Alright, so it is more clear to all of you. Successfully adjusting to one scenario can be independent of struggling to adjust to another. Unrelated scenarios, there are many scenarios where we need to adjust ourselves, and there are many scenarios where we are not required to adjust because that scenarios are already very good and they do not require any adjustment. An example of this type of approach is observing a poor student beginning to study during recess because they don't have a home environment where they can effectively study. Beginning to study at another time would be considered adequately adjusting to this scenario, but does not consider the other way it may impact their life. ठीक है, अब देखो, nowadays we are going through a tough situation because of this corona, and if I talk about the coronavirus, during this coronavirus we all are adjusting ourselves. All right, so how we are adjusting, we are taking online classes. ठीक है, you all had to adjust a mobile phone, you all had to adjust everything, you all had to adjust your timetable. ठीक है, even your parents are adjusting with the school timings, even they are adjusting with our school process or study process. So this is the adjustment, the way we are adjusting to study, ठीक है, online. That is the adjustment of this situation. Now if I talk about adjustment as a process, the adjustment as a process theory, since the moment we are born, ठीक है, since the moment we are born, humans are in a constant state of adjustment. ठीक है, जब हमारा जन्म होता है, we are born, we all start adjusting ourselves with the process or with the environment. Whatever we see in our life, we do the same thing. So that is indirectly we are adjusting with our family. ठीक है, एक छोटा सा बेबी, he doesn't or she doesn't know anything, but she or he start adjusting herself or himself with the environment. So it is a process. It is a process कि हमने जन्म लिया and जैसे जैसे हम बड़े होते गए, we are adjusting with the current environment or with our current family members. Alright, so this is the adjustment as a process. Now if I talk about successful adjustment is also called being well adjusted. अब देखो, हम में से बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स होंगे, they always adjust their selves or themselves with the current situation or with the current class. Like if I take an example of class, many students concentrate on the board, there are many students who always talk in the class. So if I talk about those students who are talking in the class, they are not concentrating on the board, even they might be adjusting themselves or himself or herself in other situation, but that is not the successful adjustment. But those who are concentrating on the board, they are adjusting themselves, and that adjustment is called successful adjustment. Alright, so this the remaining thing you can read out from this. Now if I talk about, let me finish it off. If I talk about the example of adjustment, many methods used for adjustment are also defense mechanism. Defense mechanism can be either adapted or maladapted depending on a context and the use. In a 2003 study, researchers found that elementary school children that utilize appropriate defense mechanisms had higher performance in academic, social, conduct and athletic domains. So mainly the most important thing to adjust ourselves to achieve our goal. That is the main thing of this topic. All right. So as an activity, what you can do, you can write your own story, story about whenever like you might have faced a situation where you had to adjust yourself. ठीक है. So you all will write a paragraph for around 50 words, 50 to 100 words. So paragraph would be about your adjustment with your past situation. ठीक है. कभी आपके साथ ऐसा हुआ होगा कि आपको अपने आप को एडजस्ट करना पड़ा होगा उस सिचुएशन में, और आपको बताना है कि वो एडजस्टमेंट आपका सक्सेसफुल था या फेलर था. ऑलराइट. सो थैंक यू सो मच. हैव अ ग्रेट डे. बाय बाय.